Hello everybody, it's vanburman here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be comparing the Phoenix Edition Goes Like Hell GTX 1080 from Gainwood versus the Zotac and the Windforce 780 Ti in SLI. So I made this video quite a while ago but never actually got round to shooting it. So yeah, I've had all the bits all together and I've just edited it all now basically for you all. It was meant to be out a while ago while I had the old build of my computer and the system and everything, but yeah, now's a good time as any to edit all together and to do it. I no longer have any of these cards, so all the testing was done a while ago, various different games, but you know, hopefully you can still garner some information from it as to how, you know, two of the last, or even before, previous generation cards will face off against, well, one of the newest was the newest flagship at the time, I believe, in the 1080, the GTX 1080. So Fallout 4 is a bit of a rare exception. I had to turn off the frame limit in order to be able to get, you know, a good rating, but anything over 60 the game doesn't actually support. It just runs super fast. So, you know, these are all the benchmarks from all the various games. I think I tested 8 altogether. Do I have 8 here? Yes, I have all 8 that I tested. Obviously, if I was to do it now, there'd be a few different games I would go and test. There's a few more ones that I've got that are a bit more popular. You know, might do GTA 5 or, you know, the new Thrones of Britannia one, but that's what I had at the time. So I decided to test in the 3 different most popular resolutions: 1080p, 1440p and 4K. Now, one of the big things that we did find in that was that, you know, at 1080p and 1440p there wasn't too much of a difference at all. In fact, you know, not enough to warrant that particular upgrade. But as soon as you start getting to 4K territory, that's where the extra, or massively extra VRAM and obviously higher clock speed of the 1080 does pull ahead considerably. Now, the great thing as well about the Goes Like Hell edition from Gainwood, the Phoenix card, is that it does stay rather cool as well. It is a triple slot design, which doesn't make it great for SLI, but yeah, makes it good enough to keep it cool. And you do, obviously, with how NVIDIA cards work, you get a bit more performance that way as well. Now, The Witcher 3 is an exception because I decided to overclock the 780 Ti in SLI just to see if I could get it a bit closer to the GTX 1080. I got a little bump in frames, and anything, you know, sort of 1080p related, not GTX 1080, it's not, you know, worth the upgrade. Now, there are going to be considerable advantages to the GTX 1080 in these synthetic benchmarks, as you'll probably find, which, you know, is understandable, but obviously Heaven did manage to scale the SLI, which is one of the other issues. You know, if the games don't support the SLI and they don't scale well with it, then the 780 Ti's are always going to be at a disadvantage. There was no real shock. I was just more surprised at how well the 780 Ti's performed compared to its, you know, counterpart, considering as you can buy both of them for a lot less than what you could buy a GTX 1080 for, especially given, you know, the absolute craze in terms of the GPUs and the mining and everything else. So just a few little tidbits to leave you on. So the performance increase from making the upgrade would be a 13% increase at 1080p, a 20% increase at 1440p, and probably not so surprising, a 56% increase at 4K. So really, if you're running at the 1080p resolution, not worth it. 1440p, maybe. 4K, definitely. So, you know, but then again, the only real cards that will do anything for 4K is the 1080 and the 1080 Ti that's released now. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought down below. I look forward to hearing from you. Goodbye.